events make any sense to you if you are in the age of grace or the church age? Is there a different standard of requirement of salvation based on where you are? That's another part of the discussion. Because if you have a pastor or a person that's a crazy person like me, maybe, but on the other side of the argument, well, I won't call myself good. There's no such thing. But I'm on the other side, all right? I'm on the edge of the neutral zone, okay? If you approach it from my perspective, okay, let's look at this verse anyway. 2 Timothy 2:15. Let's look at that first. Then we'll go back to that specific verse. 2:15, right here. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Every English version of the Bible since 1885, including the New King James from the TR, has perverted the verse and destroyed the only command in the Bible to study the Bible. The verse tells you what you are to study, how you are to study it, and why you are to study it. Thank you. He's so direct. He's amazing. Study to show thyself approved unto God. Okay? You study to show thyself approved unto God. A workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Okay, I read my Bible. I needeth not to be ashamed. I want to understand it. I want to walk with God. I want to get this. But it's hard sometimes with how limited of a person you're dealing with me. Rightly dividing the word of truth. Rightly dividing the word of truth. Dividing. Rightly. Now let's go back to this chapter 13 and look at it here. Now, Ruckman puts these first 8 verses of chapter 13, he titles the section The Church Age, which is the age of grace. This is the age that we're in right now. This is the church age. So in the church age, it's the age of grace. It's you are saved by faith in Jesus Christ, by believing on Him. Grace through faith in Jesus Christ and accepting Him. That's it. Take Him at His word that what He did was enough to warrant your salvation, and nothing you do will get you saved more or less. You're the same as anybody else can be saved in Jesus Christ, believing on Him. That's it. Unfortunately, the way our society is, our culture, they will manipulate you because of the next section. Some of the videos I'm posting, just posted in the past couple days, I really slammed legalist people, because they do this very thing. They take verses out of context. You're not rightly dividing when you approach the Bible outside of dispensational thinking. This is why I think this is key, and nobody does this other than it's usually Baptists. It could be other denominations. King James. It's usually King James people. It's a small group of people that use this big word, and if you don't approach it, if you don't use this word, the Bible doesn't make sense. And when I go into this next section here in verse 9 of chapter 13, guess what? I'm doomed. You know what else? I need to be working 100 hours a week like my boss. And I'm still not good enough. I still don't know if I'm saved. I'm miserable. I hate my life. You know, works. Works are good, but works are now what save you. Okay? It's not what Christ did for you. It's what I do being a slave in my job. They just want a good slave to make more dough for the church and throw more money at your problems. Don't spend time with your wife. Don't spend time with your kids. Let them get brainwashed and manipulated and ruin their lives. You know, there's no time for your kids. Just make sure you're working 100 million hours a week and making lots of dough so you can throw it around everywhere and it solves nothing. You love money. Legalism is the next word. Look at this next section here. Take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to council. Okay, yeah. But then